The lights inside Baltimore's packed stadium shimmered like a sea of stars, while thousands of glowing army bombs painted the night in shades of purple. Every heartbeat inside the venue seemed synchronized with the music that echoed through the air. Fans from every corner of the world had gathered for one unforgettable reason: to witness BTS creating another magical night on stage. As the opening songs filled the stadium with explosive energy, cheers became louder than ever. Every move, every smile, and every interaction between the members immediately drew emotional reactions from the audience. Cameras flashed endlessly, while fans captured every second, hopping to preserve memories that would last forever. Among countless unforgettable performances that evening, one particular moment quickly became the center of attention. It happened naturally. It happened unexpectedly. And because it was so genuine, it instantly became one of the most talked about highlights of the concert. Jimin and Jungkook were standing only a few steps apart during one of the emotional segments of the show. Both were smiling brightly as they looked across the enormous audience, waving at fans who had waited months for this night. The atmosphere was already emotional. Thousands of voices sang together without missing a single lyric. Purple lights gently swayed from side to side. Then in just a matter of seconds, something happened that no one expected. As Jungkook began walking toward another side of the stage, Jimin suddenly reached out toward him. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't rehearsed. It was simply a spontaneous gesture between two longtime friends. Jimin extended his hand toward Jungkook with a warm smile that immediately caught the attention of nearby cameras. Jungkook noticed almost instantly. Without hesitation, he turned back. For a brief moment, their eyes met. The two shared an expression that words could never fully describe. Jungkook smiled even wider before naturally moving closer, allowing Jimin to gently grab his arm as they laughed together. The audience erupted. The sound inside the stadium became deafening. Fans screamed, laughed, and many could already be seen wiping tears from their eyes. Large screens displayed the interaction from multiple angles, making sure everyone inside the venue witnessed the touching exchange. What lasted only a few seconds somehow carried years of memories. For longtime ARMY, this wasn't simply a playful interaction. It represented more than friendship. It reflected trust, comfort, years of growing together. From trainees chasing impossible dreams to global superstars performing in sold-out stadiums, Jimin and Jungkook had experienced nearly every chapter of their journey side by side. That history was visible without either of them saying a single word. As the music continued, Jungkook gently leaned closer toward Jimin while laughing, and both continued walking together across the extended stage. Fans nearest the barricade could hardly believe what they were witnessing. Many immediately pointed their phones toward the stage, trying desperately to capture the beautiful interaction before it disappeared. Within minutes, social media exploded. Videos of the moment spread across multiple platforms at incredible speed. Fans began replaying the clip repeatedly, slowing down each frame to appreciate every smile and every tiny expression exchanged between the two. Comments flooded in almost instantly. So precious. They're still the same after all these years. This is why BTS feels like family. I wasn't ready for this. I actually cried. The emotional reactions weren't limited to those inside Baltimore. Millions of fans watching online quickly joined the conversation. Hashtags connected to Jimin and Jungkook began climbing worldwide trends as fans shared their favorite screenshots and emotional edits. Some compared the interaction to earlier moments from previous tour years ago. Others created side-by-side compilations, showing how their friendship had remained beautifully unchanged despite everything BTS had accomplished together. Entertainment commentators also noticed the growing attention. Several fan communities described the interaction as one of the most heartwarming moments of the North American tour, emphasizing how natural the exchange appeared compared to carefully planned stage performances. What made the moment especially meaningful was its simplicity. There were no special effects, no scripted dialogue, no grand announcement, just two friends sharing a spontaneous connection in front of tens of thousands of people. Sometimes, those are the moments audiences remember forever. The chemistry between Jimin and Jungkook has always been one of the defining aspects of BTS's group dynamic. Throughout the years, fans have watched them encourage each other during difficult rehearsals, celebrate achievements together, laugh through behind-the-scenes videos, and support one another during emotionally challenging moments. Seeing that same warmth continue on one of the world's biggest stages reminded ARMY that success had never changed the genuine relationships within the group. The Baltimore audience sensed that authenticity immediately. Long after the performance moved on to the next song, conversations throughout the stadium continued revolving around those few unforgettable seconds. Even fans seated in the highest sections later shared that the emotional atmosphere felt noticeably different afterward. It was as though everyone had collectively witnessed something deeply personal despite being surrounded by tens of thousands of strangers. And remarkably, the night was only getting started. The concert continued with even greater intensity as dazzling lights swept across the stadium and synchronized fireworks illuminated the Baltimore sky. Every performance drew thunderous applause, but the emotional atmosphere created by Jimin and Jungkook's spontaneous interaction still lingered in the hearts of everyone present. As the next song began, the members spread across the extended stage to greet every section of the audience. Jimin moved gracefully from one side to another, making eye contact with fans and waving enthusiastically. Jungkook did the same, running across the stage with his signature boundless energy. Although they were focused on different parts of the stadium, observant fans noticed that they occasionally glanced toward each other, exchanging quick smiles that reflected years of familiarity. These subtle moments may have lasted only a second, but for ARMY, they spoke volumes. The giant LED screens captured countless expressions throughout the evening. Every time Jimin laughed, cheers erupted from the audience. Whenever Jungkook playfully interacted with another member, another wave of excitement rolled through the stadium. Yet whenever Jimin and Jungkook appeared in the same frame, the crowd's reaction seemed noticeably louder. Fans later shared that it felt almost impossible not to smile while watching them together. Many longtime supporters reflected on how much both artists had grown over the years. They remembered the early days when Jimin often looked after Jungkook as they adjusted to life as trainees. They remembered countless behind-the-scenes clips where the two laughed over small jokes, practiced choreography together, and encouraged one another during demanding schedules. Years later, despite standing on one of the biggest stages in the world, those same genuine interactions still appeared completely natural. That consistency resonated deeply with fans. Social media platforms quickly became filled with heartfelt messages. One fan wrote that the interaction reminded them why they had supported BTS for so many years. Another commented that no matter how successful the members became, moments like these proved their friendship remained sincere. Many described the Baltimore concert as emotionally unforgettable, not because of elaborate stage effects, but because of the warmth the members shared with each other. Clips of Jimin reaching toward Jungkook were edited into slow-motion videos accompanied by emotional background music. Fan artists created digital illustrations inspired by the scene within hours. Others designed wallpapers and photo collages, celebrating what they considered one of the sweetest memories of the tour. Online discussions continued throughout the night. Some fans analyzed every frame of the interaction, pointing out Jimin's bright expression before extending his hand. Others focused on Jungkook's immediate reaction, noting how quickly he turned around with an equally warm smile. While everyone interpreted the moment in their own way, there was broad agreement on one point. The interaction reflected the comfortable friendship that fans have admired for years. Back inside the stadium, the concert moved into a slower, more emotional section. The lighting softened. Purple illuminated the stage while thousands of ARMY bombs gently swayed in rhythm. As the audience sang along, the members took time to appreciate the overwhelming support surrounding them. Jimin paused briefly to look across the stadium. His smile grew as he listened to tens of thousands of voices singing together. Nearby, Jungkook also stood quietly for a moment, visibly taking in the atmosphere before exchanging another smile with his fellow members. These quieter moments often become some of the most memorable parts of BTS concerts. Rather than relying solely on choreography or visual effects, they highlight the emotional connection between the artists and their audience. Baltimore was no exception. Many attendees later described feeling as though they were participating in something far greater than a concert. They spoke about the sense of unity shared among complete strangers who had gathered from different countries, cultures, and backgrounds because of a shared appreciation for BTS and their music. The interaction between Jimin and Jungkook became a symbol of that unity. Fans saw kindness. They saw trust. They saw two people who had spent years supporting each other through challenges and triumphs alike. Entertainment commentators also highlighted the overwhelming response from fans, noting how quickly the moment spread online. Within hours, countless clips, fan edits, and reaction videos had accumulated millions of views, demonstrating once again the remarkable enthusiasm of the global BTS community. As the evening approached its final performances, the energy inside the stadium reached another peak. Confetti drifted through the air. Bright lights danced across the audience. Every member gave their all, determined to make the Baltimore stop a night that fans would cherish for years. Standing side by side once more, Jimin and Jungkook waved toward every section of the stadium. Their expressions reflected gratitude as they acknowledged the endless cheers surrounding them. For many in attendance, that image perfectly captured the spirit of the evening, a celebration of music, friendship, and the extraordinary bond between BTS and ARMY. Even after the final notes faded and the members took their farewell bows, conversations throughout the stadium continued to revolve around one unforgettable question. Did Jimin reaching out to Jungkook last only a few seconds? Yes. But for millions of ARMY around the world, it became a memory that would last much, much longer.